The words shouldn't have mattered. They were ordinary, sharp in that familiar way busy executives spoke when the world demanded too much of them. But to Daniel Hale, single dad, project-led, survivor of too many sleepless nights, the phrase hit different. Because it was the same thing he whispered to himself every morning while tying his daughter's shoes. Make it fast, Danny. Make it work. Make it matter. He stood across from CEO Adrian Kessler in the glass-walled boardroom where the city buzzed beneath them like a restless machine. Screens glowed with prototypes that had taken Daniel's team 18 months to perfect. The final presentation was supposed to be his victory lap. Instead, Kessler wanted a miracle. It's impossible to move the launch up 6 weeks, someone at the table muttered. Borderline unethical, another chimed in. Daniel heard them all, but his eyes remained fixed on the CEO. Kessler's face was unreadable marble, impatient, tired, but determined. The type of determination powerful men wore like cologne. Make it fast, Kessler repeated, tapping the polished table with 2 fingers. Or this deal dies. Silence expanded between them. Daniel could feel his team's eyes shifting toward him, waiting. He was the one who negotiated for them. The one who fought for realistic deadlines, fair hours, humane expectations. He had made promises, but in the past 2 weeks, reality had been unraveling. Rent overdue, school lunches getting simpler, nights getting longer. His daughter, 7-year-old Lucy, had asked him why he never smiled anymore. He didn't have the heart to tell her he was scared. So when Kessler pushed back from his chair and stood, preparing to end the meeting, something in Daniel snapped taut, like a wire pulled to breaking. Wait, he said. The CEO paused. Daniel exhaled slowly. He removed his jacket, folding it once, placing it neatly over the back of a chair. The room watched, puzzled. Then he rolled up his sleeves. A gesture so small, so unremarkable, yet it changed everything. Because in that instant, the boardroom full of executives no longer saw just another mid-level engineer begging the universe for mercy. What they saw was a man crossing a threshold. A father with nothing left to gamble except the one thing he had always held back, his resolve. I can do it, he said quietly. Not the whole team, me, Daniel. His project manager whispered, horrified. But he didn't look away from Kessler. You'll have the accelerated prototype in 3 weeks, Daniel said. I'm not promising perfection, but I'm promising delivery. Kessler studied him with the sharpness of a man used to recognizing talent and desperation. That's a bold claim. It's not a claim, Daniel replied. It's commitment. Murmurs rippled across the table. Daniel wasn't reckless. He wasn't the kind of genius who burned wildly until he collapsed in the ashes of his own brilliance. But he was stubborn, meticulous, and wired with a kind of quiet fire that ignited only under pressure. And right now, pressure was all he had left. The CEO tapped his fingers again, but more slowly this time. Almost thoughtfully. 3 weeks, Kessler said. And you work alone by choice. Yes, my team can't take another hit. They've already done the impossible. And you're sure you can handle this? Daniel nodded once. The CEO extended a hand. Then prove me right. The elevator ride down was a blur. His team trailed behind him, arguing all at once. Are you insane? You just volunteered for a death march. 3 weeks. Daniel. It's fine, he said. It's not. Maya, his closest colleague, snapped. You don't get to martyr yourself because life's kicking you around. He opened his mouth, ready to argue, but stopped. She was right. Life was kicking him around. Hard. But that wasn't why he had said yes. Not entirely. There's something you're not telling us, she said. Daniel hesitated. I need the bonus, he admitted. I need the job security. I need time. Time to get Lucy stable again. Time to settle things. His voice cracked on the last part. Maya softened. You could have asked for help. You all have families too, he said. I'm not dragging anyone else into this. She sighed. You're impossible, maybe, but I'm also capable. That part's true, she muttered. That evening, Daniel picked up Lucy from her after-school program. She ran toward him, backpack bouncing wildly, hair escaping from its braid. Daddy, his heart unclenched a little. He lifted her, kissed her forehead, and held her longer than usual. She smelled like crayons and sunshine, and for a moment he let himself stand still. No deadlines, no CEOs, no fear. Did something happen? She asked, studying his face with that uncanny kid instinct. Something big, he admitted. But good big. Good like pancakes big, or good like surprise puppy big. He laughed for the first time in days. Maybe somewhere in the middle. They ate dinner at their tiny kitchen table, mac and cheese for her, cold leftovers for him. She talked about her art project. He listened like it was the most important briefing in the world. After she went to bed, he stood in the doorway of her room and watched her sleep. Curled under her quilt, clutching her stuffed rabbit, she looked small and brave in a way only children could be. "I'm doing this for you," he whispered. Then he went to the living room, opened his laptop, and began. Plans, blueprints, code, architecture diagrams, hardware specs, timelines, failure points, backup designs, everything spread out like a map of the inside of his mind. This was what he belonged to. The work, the building, the creating of something that didn't exist yesterday and would exist tomorrow because he refused to quit. Hours passed, midnight bled into 2 a.m., then 4 a.m. His eyes burned, but the fire in his chest burned brighter. He wasn't just reacting anymore. He was choosing to fight, choosing to rise, choosing to rewrite what the world expected of him. For himself, for his daughter, for the future that refused to wait. And by the time dawn crept through the blinds, Daniel realized something startling. He wasn't afraid anymore. He was ready to prove the CEO wrong, or right. Ready to break the cycle before it broke him. Ready to show everyone why a single dad with nothing left to lose was the most dangerous kind of innovator. Because when the world says make it fast, the ones who've spent their lives racing time always find a way. And Daniel Hale was done running. He was about to fly.